Use these 6 tech hacks to catch a cheating partner into 25, especially number 4. This video serves one main purpose: to show you how to leverage technology when trying to uncover a cheating partner. Let's dive in. First, a quick disclaimer. The techniques discussed in this video are purely for informational and educational purposes. Depending on where you live, laws may prohibit or restrict the use of these methods. Furthermore, the details shared here should not be misused for illegal, unethical, or harmful reasons. Violating one's privacy in this way can lead to serious emotional and psychological consequences. Proceed at your own discretion. Now let's get into it. There are certain types of software specifically designed to secretly monitor and track an individual's activities on their smartphone or computer. These tools are frequently used by people looking to keep tabs on their partners, former partners, or others they want to observe. Stalkerware is typically installed on a target device through direct access, manipulation, or phishing tactics. Once in place, it can monitor the person's location, call history, messages, browsing habits, and social media interactions. Additionally, it has the capability to capture screenshots, record audio and video, and even activate the camera and microphone, all without the person being aware. This type of software, however, is prohibited in many regions and is regarded as a form of domestic abuse or harassment. I just to put that out there. Additionally, most individuals wouldn't even consider purchasing such software. But in this video, I'll be sharing 6 easy ways to catch a cheater using technology without spending much or anything at all. Let's get started. The first method is searching through every letter of the alphabet. Here's how it works. It involves using a cheater's search history against them. Honestly, they'd have to be quite careless not to erase their browsing history. If they frequently visit dating sites, for instance, they'll likely try to cover their tracks. However, autofill is something that's often overlooked. If your partner uses search engines like Google, you'll quickly realize that Google is excellent at predicting search queries based on previous activity. For example, if you share a computer with your partner, you can go to google.com, type a single letter, say A, into the search bar, and instantly see a list of past searches starting with that letter. You can then continue with B, C, D, and so on. You may be shocked at what comes up, from dating websites to things you might not even want to know about. All I can say is, brace yourself. Next, let's move on to number 2, secret messages and online documents. So, one of the riskiest habits for cheaters is sending photos and videos to the person they're being unfaithful with, right? They enjoy revisiting those moments in their minds and often keep these things as souvenirs or for easy access. If you ever ask someone who has been caught cheating by their partner, chances are they'll say their partner discovered an audio message, a picture, or something similar. But how are cheaters concealing their indiscretions these days? You might be surprised to learn that their methods aren't particularly advanced. For instance, there are apps that can disguise certain images to resemble documents. There are also apps that let users lock their messages or photos with passwords. Nothing new there. However, one commonly overlooked method is accessing Google Documents on a partner's device. Many cheaters are known to create online Google Docs or Microsoft 365 files that appear to be harmless until they are opened. Take this example. You might come across a file labeled monthly budget. At first glance, when opened, the first page seems to display numbers or corporate jargon, but upon further scrolling, the document's true intent is revealed. This online document serves as a secret channel for exchanging notes, sharing videos, and sending photos with someone else. You'll need to be extra observant to catch this. The third strategy is to check the phone's location history. As our dependence on GPS continues to grow, you might feel inclined to check your partner's location history. For those using Gmail, unless this feature is manually disabled, Google routinely sends a Google Timeline email. This function allows you to track exactly where you've been on a particular day and review this data over a specific time frame. For instance, if you traveled to Cancun in January 2023, Google has likely recorded this information, periodically updating your Google timeline. Instead of actively searching for this data, you can simply access your partner's email and use the search bar to type in location history. If location services are enabled on their phone, you'll be able to see every place they've visited over the past few weeks. For those with an iPhone, there's a hidden tracking feature many are unaware of. You can find an iPhone user's frequently visited locations by navigating to Settings, then Privacy, followed by Location Services, System Services, and finally, Significant Locations. Disabling or consistently deleting this data requires effort, so if there's anything suspicious, chances are it will still be there. Another method is to record audio discreetly when you're not around. If you suspect something serious is happening behind your back, the device I'm about to mention can help you secretly capture conversations without detection. I recently came across a fascinating device available online, equipped with a voice-activated microphone that only starts recording when it detects sound. This recorder boasts an impressive capacity with 64 gigabytes of RAM, allowing it to store up to 800 hours of audio. The KT1000, a product from Night Security, a renowned American company, is by far one of the most adaptable and exceptional portable recorders available today. It combines an incredible array of features, including a 70-hour battery life, compact size, roughly the size of my wristwatch, as you can see, a magnetic base, a rugged aluminum alloy, and ABS exterior, and time-stamped recordings, among many others. With Night Security's KT1000, you can rest assured you'll capture everything you need for the peace of mind you deserve. By the way, Night Security is the sponsor of today's video. I'll be leaving a link to the KT1000 recorder in the description below so you can get yours today. Now, let's dive into number 5. So, let's talk about rummaging through someone's trash or recycle bin. If you're familiar with tech, you probably know that deleted digital files are rarely ever truly erased. On a computer, items are kept in the trash or recycle bin until they're permanently deleted. Cloud services like Dropbox allow for the restoration of items from their trash. Similarly, deleted emails remain in the trash folder until it's manually cleared out. Voicemails on an iPhone are typically deleted, but they can be recovered if needed. Similarly, deleted apps on your phone can also be restored. However, it's important to remember this. While many individuals, quick to erase things from their main areas, often forget to clear items from their trash or recycle bin. If you suspect something is off, this is where you should look for possible signs of dishonesty. I understand that searching for proof of cheating can take time, but when you're feeling desperate, you might resort to actions you wouldn't normally consider. Just make sure to stay mindful of your own well-being as you go through this process. Lastly, number 6. Apps can be used to hide private calls and messages, and I'm sure some of you are already aware of this. In reality, people go to great lengths to conceal their affairs. Unless your partner is particularly bold, you likely won't find a messaging app on their home screen or explicit conversations in their text messages. There are various apps designed to share messages, photos, videos, and other media that don't always appear as they really are. One specific app caught my attention. It's designed to look like a simple calculator. I won't promote this app, but the reason I bring it up is because the calculator function is actually a place where secret messages and call logs are stored. To get an insight into what apps your partner is using and how much time they spend on them, I recommend checking their screen time report. If you notice something unusual, like spending hours on a calculator app, that might be a red flag. Checking screen time on an iPhone, for example, is a straightforward process. Access the Settings menu, go to Screen Time and select See All Activity, then choose the Week option. This will display a summary of your weekly usage. You can tap on the Day option, for example, to view a daily breakdown. If you're using an Android, navigate to Settings, then Digital Wellbeing and Parental Controls, and open the dashboard to check the screen time for individual apps. Screen time will show which apps were active and for how long, providing a clear indication of your partner's phone usage. As we conclude today's video, I know there's a lot to take in, but remember, to catch a cheater, staying one step ahead is crucial. If you do uncover something, take time to carefully plan your next steps before confronting the person. Approach them calmly and seriously to prevent them from becoming defensive, as that could make it harder for them to admit their actions. I'm Jessica, and I'll see you in the next video. Take care.